We have big news coming in from the northeastern state of Manipur after Home Minister Amit Shah's appeal. We are being told that 140 individuals have surrendered illegal weapons in the state. Apart from this, curfew is also being relaxed for 8 to 10 hours in the violence-affected districts of the state. Remember, Home Minister Amit Shah had appealed to stop the violence, and this is now the first complete official data that's been released that we can put out as well. The number of deaths, according to the official data, stands at 98. Number of injured reported is more than 300, and the number of cases of arson and violence with regard to arson stands at 4,014. Let's go across to Munish Pandey for the latest on that. Munish, for weeks now Manipur has seen a lot of violence. What do we make of, one, the official data that shows about 4,000 cases of arson, 300 injuries and deaths 98, but have some of them started to surrender? Is that the visual that you're looking at of illegal weapons? Because there was this issue of people somehow managing to get arms and ammunition on the streets.
Well, Pooja, as far as the surrender of weapon is concerned, what we have been given to understand is that yesterday there was an appeal made by Amit Shah to all those who have illegal weapons in the state. Now, what we have been given to understand is that 140 such weapons across the state have been surrendered to the local police. This also include M16 rifle, stain gun and also tear gas weapons. Now, these weapons have been surrendered only after the appeal by Home Minister Amit Shah, who was on the 4-day visit in the state. Now, what has happened after the 4 days of visit, we have been given to understand is that the incidents of violence has gone down dramatically. Apart from that, in most of the parts of state, the curfew relaxation has been increased from 8 hours to 12 hours. Also, a combing operation is being conducted by the local police and the paramilitary forces across the state, that even if now anyone has such weapons, illegal weapons, then also they will be detained, they will be arrested. So strict action has also been taken. But of course, the appeal of Amit Shah has made 140 weapons to be surrendered in front of the police. Also, we have been given to understand is that Amit Shah is still keeping a close eye. There are two committees which have been formed in the state. One is the peace committee headed by the governor of Manipur, and also there is one committee headed by an ex-chief justice of High Court, retired chief justice of High Court, who will be probing the incidents of violations and violence. Apart from that, the Central Bureau of Investigation is also lodging 6 cases, including the general conspiracy. So overall, the impact of Amit Shah visited there, the number of violence cases have gone down.
Munish, it's also not an easy task, because this is a border state. It borders the Myanmar country. There is the issue of narco-terrorism, of drug cartels because of that border issue as well. So there are several issues at play, and getting ammunition like this is not easy, and that had been a concern earlier as well when the violence had started. How were these violent groups managing to get these arms and ammunition so easily? That led to creating that violence further, isn't it?
Of course, Pooja, no one can deny that these illegal weapons were with the people of some of the people of the state, and this has been surrendered only after the appeal of Amit Shah, and also because there was a warning given in yesterday's press conference of Home Minister, in which he said that those who will not surrender their weapon, strict action will be taken by the armed forces and also by the local police. So of course, but the main point which you raised is extremely important, that how these people were getting these illegal weapons. It also borders with the other country. Now, as far as the cases of violence in the state is concerned, last few weeks, these people who were having these illegal weapons, they played key role and active role in creating the violence in the state, and that is why it is going to be extremely important, because remember, Manipur is on the edge from last few weeks. There were paramilitary forces deployed, but only after the visit of Home Minister, situation is getting better day by day.
And it's shocking to know that this is despite, remember, the army and other paramilitary also had to get involved within days, and even then the violence had continued. There are many people right now in refugee camps. Initially it appeared to be specifically a conflict between the Meitei groups and the Kuki tribal groups as well, but it has taken many other serious layers. Indrajit Kundu is also joining me. Indrajit, you've been on the ground in Manipur. You're getting us reactions from on the ground. What is the situation like right now? Has curfew been injured? Has curfew been lifted from there? And how many injured and people that you are speaking to currently, what are they saying to you at this moment in Manipur?
Well, Pooja, as we just reported, this is the first official figure that's coming in from the state government. 98 deaths, almost 100. This is a massive figure that has now been released by the state government. Ever since violence first broke out on the 3rd of May, we have been trying to figure out what is the number of dead. We were told that something around 70 or possibly more. That death toll figure has now come out. 98 people have died in Manipur ever since violence first broke out on 3rd of May. So that's a huge number that's coming in. 300 people injured is what the government tells us. More than 37,000 people are residing in various camps across Manipur. 272 camps, relief shelters right now operational across Manipur. So these are staggering numbers, and it clearly goes to show the gravity of the situation on the ground. What I can do report, of course, is that in the past 48 hours, there has been a considerable climb down in violence. The number of violence incidents have also come down, and that's a good sign. And perhaps because of that, the curfew has been lifted till about 5 p.m. this evening. So when we were traveling across Imphal this morning, we could see a lot of gathering in the public spaces, in shops and petrol pumps, because clearly people have been very majorly affected in the past 1 month.
I just want to add here that you're still in Manipur. Take care of yourself, Indrajit. And there's been some good work that you've sent in, because it's not an easy assignment really to be on at this point.